It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see a brawl inside the AFC South. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans, and it comes your way next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today it's an intra-division matchup in the AFC South, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Houston Texans. Brandon Gaudin joined, as always, by Charles Davis. CD, it's been a tough few years here in Houston. 4-4-3. Those are their win totals the last 3 seasons. But in is DeMeco Ryans as head coach. What do you think he brings to the table?
And it's interesting you brought up the number 3 because DeMeco Ryans is the 3rd head coach in 3 seasons for this team. What he brings to the table: toughness, organization, and hope. He wanted to be the head coach of the Houston Texans, the team he played for.
But meanwhile, the Titans last year, they were one of those strange statistical anomalies, CD. When you look at their defense, they were the best in football, number 1 overall against the run, but worst in the league, number 32 against the pass.
And part of the reason they were number 1 against the run, the struggles they had slowing people down through the air, so people threw it and threw it and threw it and had great success. And a team that should have been in the playoffs last year somehow managed to miss it.
They run with the former Buffalo Bill, Devin Singletary, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Stroud's throw taken in by Collins. It'll go as a gain of 4, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And Stroud now to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Titan football. So a new face at quarterback for the Titans in 2023. It's the 24-year-old rookie out of Kentucky, Charles, Will Levis.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward, and indeed he did not. They stop him. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. Play action. Stroud now. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's Azeez Al-Shaair getting through for the sack that time.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Levis now on 1st and 10. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Levis. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Levis sets up the throw here. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On now is the Titans punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Here's King. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Stroud's throw pulled in by Woods. And he's taken down inside the 30. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Stroud. This is going to be incomplete. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. That's caught by his tight end, Trevon Wesco. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it.
Levis in trouble. Down he goes. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
If they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Collins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And from the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Texans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
Stroud will look to throw once more. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, 34 yards. And the Texans are able to add on to that lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Nico Collins who finished it off with a touchdown reception. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
That one a first down pickup of 8. Levis trying to get his guys set as quickly as possible. They'll look to throw here on first down. And the catch made by Hopkins. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9.
Second down, here's Levis. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Levis to throw once more. He's going to look downfield for Henry. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it up, and the Texans will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Texans are going to take over here up near the 40.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging, because after all their halftime talk, adjustments and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach, because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Handoff on the option to Singletary. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback.
Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. And the Titans are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time, because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 6. Got an open man to the right. That's Wesco. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried to dump off, lost yardage. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 5.
Entering accessibility screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
4th down. Here's Levis. Rolling to his right. And now off to the races down the right side. And Levis with a smart move sliding down after picking up the first. They'll set up to throw. Being chased out left. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Levis. He'll buy some time right. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Levis to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. A quick reaction as he catches it off the tip. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. Going absolutely nowhere. They'll wind up losing a yard or 2. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this Texans defense stands tall. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
At the 5-yard line.
Singletary again. They're going to drop him behind the line yet again, and things going from bad to worse. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw, it's Levis. A check down here for Henry. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston, it's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. From the 29, here's 2nd down at a yard. Well, they go play action. Here's Levis rolling to his left. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Levis to throw off play action. And it's a Titans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Houston set to take over. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here, all right? Let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys
guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Stroud. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
I think he thought he had his first read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing. Young quarterback stared his man down the whole way, and they were more than happy to sit on that route.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry taking it in from a yard out. And the Titans have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he's going to get down to the 33-yard line here. A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it. Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And some room to roam now. Down the right sideline. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Titans use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic.
and take it to the house? Finally here in the second half, that got done.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. So Stroud and the Texans down 21-10, just over a minute 40 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Got his man, it's Woods. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take with...
They get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Stroud. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And a costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted first and goal at the 5-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Titans have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. I suppose it wasn't out of the realm of possibility that we could have seen a comeback, but that touchdown should put any hopes of a comeback out of reach. It's been a really quality effort for him here in this one.
And no matter what else you think, you have to admire the initiative to finish things off their way. Don't leave anything to chance, no matter how small the odds of a comeback were. Send it home with a touchdown and get to celebrating.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the 2 of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Stroud on 3rd down now. That is caught, and they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. The throwing again is Stroud. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner.